Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. I hope this video is finding you and your loved ones safe, but today we are doing a Parks and Recreation special, and it's a reunion episode for Parks and Recreation, one of my favorite shows, along with the other Mike Schur shows like Brooklyn Nine-Nine and The Good Place. All three of those shows I routinely have on in the background when I'm doing something else. They help relax me, they help put a smile on my face because, yeah, they're just fun shows and they have uplifting messages. They act as kind of ray of hope, ray of optimism, and I've really felt like we've needed Parks and Recreation back for a long time now. I guess ever since this current president took office. But yeah, it just felt like we needed some sanity in this crazy time. But now they're doing an episode, this reunion episode, because of the lockdown. And if you check out the link, if you check out the description on this video, they actually have a link to feedingamerica.org. So in addition to just helping, doing this episode to help lift people's spirits, they're also doing it to raise awareness and try to get people to help donate to Feeding America. So once you click that link, you'll be brought here, and I'll read directly from here. NBC's Parks and Recreation returns for a one-time special created specifically to raise funds for Feeding America's COVID-19 Response Fund, which enables food banks across the U.S. to serve individuals facing hunger during this pandemic. And yeah, so if you guys are able to, if it's a couple dollars, that's fine. If you're not able to, it's perfectly understandable. A lot of people have not gotten their stimulus checks. They don't have much in savings. They might have lost their jobs. So if you're not able to, I totally understand. But if you're able to, this is a great time to do it because the writers, producers, and cast of the show are matching donations made through May 21st up to $500,000. And so, yeah, I was going to donate in this video, but I would have to type out my credit card information and my address and everything. So not going to do that here. I did donate $25. I would donate more specifically because, I mean, this is very important right now. But like I mentioned before, people are in rough financial times. I'm the only one in my family making any money right now. And I've been wanting to move out for a very long time. And we're all being driven a little crazy by three people living in a one-bedroom apartment. So I gave 25. And so once you click that, once you fill out everything and submit, you'll be brought here. Thank you for your gift. And again, not scrolling down because it's got my address on it. But just to run through quickly about that. And yeah, hopefully if you're doing well financially or if you're doing okay financially, you can help out people who are less fortunate right now. Anyway, guys, looking forward to seeing what everybody's up to nowadays in the Parks and Recreation crew. I felt like everybody's story was wrapped up pretty well, but I still wanted them around to see them around and see what they're doing and how they're dealing with the current times. But yeah, if you guys want to watch the full reaction, you can check it out on Patreon in the link in the description below. Otherwise, let's get started.
That's it, just press that.
Bobby Newport. Bobby Newport.
Read this message. Recently, the cast and writers of Parks and Recreation decided to reunite the cast.
It's breaking the fourth wall.
A one-time special to raise money for people hurt by the Cronus. We, along with NBC,
The Cronus.
our neighbors at State Farm, and our... What is she talking about? Something going on? I haven't watched the news lately.
Oh man. Rich people insulated.
What?
Do you remember this guy?
The Claymation.
Ah, but here's the twist. Do you also remember this?
Oh no, oh no, no, no.
Oh.
Oh no, 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 no.
No, no, no.
Words, babe.
Are you practicing social distancing?
I've been practicing social distancing since I was 4 years old. Why are you at work?
Well, you are calling Gary.
Gary.
Bully.
Bully. Good for him.
Hey.
Oh, that's not. Satan's
Hello.
niece.
You got us for the phone tree?
No.
Andy, runs on!
Hey, Ron!
Where are you, son? Why are
3
you
million.
in another room? Are you quarantined?
3 million points.
No.
April Ludgate, Andy Dwyer.
Chris Traeger.
Hi, guys.
And
Ann
Perkins.
my beautiful wife.
Why are you guys not together?
Anne has gone back to work as a nurse. So out of an abundance of caution, she is isolating in the southeast part of the house while kids and I
Wow.
are in the northwest. My red blood cells are so big, you can see them with the naked eye. They're like cherry Fruit Loops. And my blood type is just positive.
They've designated me superhero. So far, it's just Megan.
Hi, everyone. I'm here now.
Hi,
Oh,
Leslie.
you're new.
Hi, Leslie. One of you has to call Gary now.
I know
Ah.
you were not my designated call, but I...
Double-breasted pajamas.
No.
Protective mask with other people's teeth printed on it. Stay safe and look fresh as hell.
Let's keep this phone tree going, okay?
Yep. Who am I calling?
Gary.
Gary.
I'm not calling Gary.
And every teacher deserves a brand new Mercedes after all this. Except for Joe.
Horror
of course,
race.
'cause you know I already got him a Mercedes.
Oh, damn. Does it match
Aw.
yours?
What you think?
Well, hello there, Donna.
Minus
Hey,
points.
Tom sent me this meeting number and said Brene Brown was giving an emergency TED Talk. Oh, Gary. You're not Brene Brown.
No, got some frosting in my ear thing.
Yeah.
Gary, you're a dog.
Turn that off.
And it's something else now. Oh my god.
Better?
I mean, you
I
can
guess.
see the screen too, right? That's clearly not better.
It is just so important
Nah.
that people hear from their trusted leaders, at a
Oh, Gary.
time and
Ah.
moment in our history.
Leslie Knope.
Hi, Joan.
And her houseboy, Ben Wyatt.
Houseboy?
I'm actually a member of the House of Representatives, a congressman.
Leslie's
That
houseboy.
fantasy works for you too.
During this tough time, we just want to make sure that people in Pawnee and across Indiana are making use of
Congressman.
every available resource for support.
Hi, I'm
Oh,
Dennis Feinstein.
Dennis
And if
Feinstein.
you're anything like
Derek.
me, shouldn't this be tested out by scientists or looked at by doctors? No.
This
you
is so
should
dumb.
Listen to me. We know what's best for you.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen, and the it that you heard was the things that these people just said.
Oh,
now,
bird.
a word from our sponsors.
I'm Dr. Jeremy Jan.
Oh my gosh.
This is a very stressful
I didn't
time
recognize
for
him.
all of us. Home dental delivery. We'll get on the computer. I'll walk you through your
What?
your root canal or whatever you got going on. Is it legal? Probably. Is
Probably.
it safe? That's up to you. You F this up, it's your own fault.
Oh my god.
Cam Orthodontia.
This is my personal phone number. Call me anytime you want. I am that bored. And also, I have been banned from Cameo. Please call me. I am very sad.
We asked Johnny to come on your show and speak to the children of Pawnee.
You and I can karate chop this virus. Things will go back to normal. They just have to. And it might not be today. It might not be tomorrow. It might not be next week. It might not be a year or 100 years.
What?
Or 1,000 years.
What?
It might never happen.
Dude.
But it will eventually. When I did the kick, I pulled something kind
Johnny, we can still see you.
of right in my butthole.
Thank you, Johnny Karate, for that very inspiring and confusing message.
We discovered that a particularly nasty little forest varmint had broken into the cabin.
Oh. Ah.
What?
Oh my god.
God, is that Tammy too?
Yep. Apparently she's been camping outside
That's amazing.
this whole time.
They're married in
Just
real
the right
life,
moment
so
to
it's okay.
strike. I think her intention was to join us in our marital bed.
Ew.
And then what?
Mhm.
I have an idea, and I need your help.
Okay.
Whoa. Yay, Grizzle. You can't hear anybody.
Oh my god, oh my god.
Oh. I don't have a...
Every time with this song.
Wyatt!
There we go.
Where's my phone? Bye, little Sebastian. Miss you in satisfaction. Bye, bye, little Sebastian. You're 5,000 candles in the wind.
I'm gonna run out my entire battery.
Me too.
Bye, bye, little Sebastian.
You're 5,000 candles in the wind. Isn't Chris supposed to be horrible at singing?
Someday we'll saddle up again.
Aww. Aww. That was literally the best song ever.
That was amazing! Someone needs to stop me before I accidentally say this is the best month of my life. Thank you, everyone. Bye, best friends. Bye.
Don't spend all your time looking after other people. Look after yourself once in a while.
That's good advice.
Leslie, can you help me fix my computer?
Damn it, Gary. Thank you for watching, everyone. And if you can, please donate to Feeding America at the website below, or any other charity that supports frontline healthcare workers, food insecure people, or citizens in need.
And if you need to talk to someone, contact the National Alliance on Mental Illness at NAMI.org, or any other organization designed to help us through this tough time.
Stay safe and hang in there. We love you.
We love
Stay
you.
safe and hang in there.
Stretch.
This is kind of weird.
Oh my god. Oh, that was wonderful. Got emotional there. At the end, she was saying donate to other places that serve citizens, underserved citizens or something. You gotta worry about non-citizens as well, but point taken. Yeah, that got to me. I didn't know that they added that last line to 5,000 Candles in the Wind. Maybe one day we'll ride again. But yeah, this was a lot of fun, and being able to see all this again, see all these people's faces again was just great. Of course, it started with Bobby Newport just being ridiculous. I'm glad he wasn't able to kill any foxes, this fox hunting thing, but he didn't even know the virus was going on. Obviously very insulated from the virus, and he called it the Cronus. Of course, Ben Wyatt with his trademark claymation, depression beard, depression shirt. Feel bad for the guy. But yeah, they came up with some pretty good reasons for like married couples not being in the same room. Cones of Dunshire. I wonder how successful it is. I kind of want to play, honestly, but I don't think anybody's made like a real version of it. I got into board games after I finished watching the show. It was like maybe 2 or 3 years ago I got into board games. Two years ago. Maybe 2.5 by now. But yeah, I'm glad Ron has been adhering to social distancing rules, and I'm worried about the people of Pawnee, because the people of Pawnee in the show have been shown themselves to be resilient, but also really, really dumb at sometimes. So we've got people, of course, in the real world protesting the lockdown. I saw a video a few days ago where one young woman was holding up a sign in a protest saying, I want my prom. Like, as if there aren't more important things to worry about. And so I'm worried about the people of Pawnee. Hopefully they're all staying home. And yeah, with Ron's libertarian tendencies, I was worried that he might... I guess I wasn't that worried. I thought it was a possibility that he didn't want to follow the rules. But he has a wife and he has kids, and even though they aren't necessarily in the most dangerous age group for the virus, I'm glad they are staying safe anyway. With the Tammy too, oh my god. It's really funny because, yeah, they're married in real life. Megan Mullally? Is that her real name? Let me check that real quick, actually. Megan Mullally. I don't know how to pronounce that. Megan Mullally and Nick Offerman are married in real life, so that's why they're together in this video. But she broke in, and wow, that's kind of ridiculous. The whole thing with trying to call Gary at the beginning was pretty funny. We got to see some classic April, classic Andy, and he's been stuck in a shed. I guess he got out somehow. It was like a combination lock, so you just try all the combinations and you're good. The Grizzle points at the bottom of the screen were funny. Andy somehow has the most. I don't know how that happened. Who had negative? Gary had negative points. That was funny. And Nick Offerman, I mean, Ron had like unknown points or something. I remember Grizzle though, of course, and it's like their version of I don't know, just all the social media sites combined, I guess. And yeah, I think the one thing I was surprised by was that Chris Traeger never got to say this is like literally the most moving song of all time or something. Because that's his thing, literally. Everything's literally. But yeah, I hadn't thought too closely about everyone in the show and what they would be up to. What they would be up to. Didn't occur to me that Anne is a nurse, and I mean, she just must be going through hell right now. There are so many people working so hard, risking their lives and their health for society to stay afloat. And I heard that Leslie said that she's volunteering her time, so she's not even, I guess she's not even working as a nurse anymore, but she has the expertise, so she went back. I respect that a lot, a heck of a lot. Yeah, I used to have a close friend who was on the nursing track, and I haven't talked to her in many years, but I'm hoping she's doing all right. Yeah, I'm glad they were constantly talking about trying to keep up your mental health and physical health, because, yeah, this is such a difficult time. You're stuck indoors with people might not necessarily be stuck indoors with all the time. For instance, my dad was actually on unemployment for 6 months before he was on unemployment for 6 months, and I was already like going a little crazy, even with my mom leaving the house and him going into her room as opposed to like sitting right next to me all the time. So I was already going a little crazy, and after those 6 months were over, he was finally going to get back to work, and I was just like, yes, I'll have some time to actually like to myself. And that's when the lockdown started happening. So after all that time, like being like, okay, when is he's gonna find a job? He's gonna find a job, and I can get back to just having my own space. But then the lockdown happened, so I am going pretty crazy right now. So it's a very good advice. I'm sure people have it a lot worse in some certain cases. It's important to take care of your mental and physical health in this time. Hope you guys are able to do that, and hope you guys are able to check in on your loved ones. My grandfather is actually he's not living alone. He has his family. He has his uncle, my uncle, and my uncle's family upstairs, but they're not the best people. He does have a home health aide, live-in health home aide that rotates throughout the week. So hopefully he'll be fine. I've actually gone to see him once, but I didn't go through the door. We kept the door closed, and I just like waved and said hello. Anyway, I got sidetracked talking about the personal things that the show wants us to remind us about. And I just realized that Donna's Grizzle points is Elite Grizzle Gold status. Interesting. So she doesn't have points at all, really. But she pays for the special feature. For those of you on YouTube, I'm actually scrolling through the episode right now, just checking it out, trying to remind myself what I want to talk about on this show, in this episode. But yeah, really, really enjoyed this episode. Give me 1 second. And Tom isn't my favorite character, but it's interesting to see him around as well. I loved how everybody was trying to pass off the buck of calling Gary, and it's so weird calling him Gary instead of Jerry, because we called him Jerry almost the entire show. And his whole thing with the filters was really funny. I actually never really used filters before. I used filters once on a video for the Dragon Prince, but since then I hadn't really used it at all, especially on face-to-face calls. But yeah, I was bored one of these days and making a call with one of my friends, and I started using all of them, and it was a lot of fun. I'm actually very curious if I can do it on videos when I'm recording. Like, for instance, if I'm doing like episodes of Westworld, can I put a cowboy hat on or something? I don't know. Anyway, it was really funny seeing Gary Gary, go through all of those different filters, not knowing how to turn them off. There was the poop one that was really funny. And then the baby one at the end. Hey, can you help me fix my computer? And then Joan Calamezzo. Oh man, I felt like we were talking about mental and physical health. I felt like her mental health went down the drain a long time ago. So it's not the best situation for her to get locked up even more. She's doing At Home with Joan to keep busy, I guess. It was really funny though when she said, referred to Ben Wyatt as Leslie's houseboy, and then he's like, I'm a congressman. And then at the bottom of the screen they put congressman in quotation marks. That was super, super funny. And yeah, people are still like shitting on Ben. It's so funny. After years and years of him being the mayor, failed mayor. And then we had Perd. Oh, Perd is the way he talks is just so funny. And right now I'm going through the commercials with Dennis Feinstein. He is the worst, even worse than John Ralphio Saperstein. I think they did some social commentary this episode, just how bad some rich people can be. Dennis Feinstein seems to be the apex of that. Bobby is just innocent and he's not innocent. I don't know. He's not too naive and too much of a doofus to know what's going on, and he's too insulated from anything that could possibly happen, anything bad that could possibly happen. He called it the Cronus. Missed the way that Perd talked. You Heard with Perd. The Perd, who is the host of You Heard with Perd. Oh man. Speaking of Perd, you could actually tell that he had aged a little bit. There was a little more gray in his hair. And you could tell for the most part that most of our characters, or most of our actors have aged. Some time has passed. I thought we might get more into where everybody's career trajectory has gone. April, I mean, they skipped forward in time a little bit during the show to show that April and Andy had kids. And I don't think that's happened yet on this show, or during this episode. They didn't mention it. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. I'm trying to, because my commentary got interrupted earlier, I'm trying to remember what I said and what I didn't. But yeah, forgot that Anne was a nurse, and what she must be going through must be insane. Big thanks to everyone in that field, in the medical field, who is putting their lives on the line and their health on the line to keep society from going crazy. And then, yeah, we had another commercial with Jeremy Jam. He's trying to get people to do orthodontics at home, take care of their dental needs at home by themselves. Ugh, he's ridiculous. And yeah, we had John Ralphio Saperstein. Not the worst. I'll say Dennis Feinstein's the worst. But he got run over by a Lexus, but this time it was a Porsche, and so he's flushed with cash. But yeah, he wound up actually putting on an ad so that he could have people call, because he's just so lonely. So I'm actually gonna call that number right now. Let me see what it is. It's 1930 1RALPHIO. Right? Yeah. Okay. I'll put it on speakerphone. See if maybe it's an Easter egg. Maybe they'll have something fun, right? No.
Your call cannot be completed as
Darn.
dialed. Please check the number and dial again.
I was really hoping that would work, but unfortunately it did not. So that phone number you see at the bottom, that was nonsense, essentially. That's sad. But anyway, yeah, again, reminder to everybody to take care of their mental and physical health. Andy with his Johnny Karate show was really great. He ended it kind of weird though, with him being like, oh, we don't know how long this will go on, but it will end at some point, maybe in 1,000 years, maybe never. And Ben was just like, dude, what are you doing? And then he thought he was off air, but he was like saying my butthole or something. Good message for the kids. And yeah, I think Leslie did a good job with this phone tree, just calling everybody. That was really a really sweet idea. And Ron, even though he seemed like he didn't like it so much, I mean, I'm sure everybody needs it a little bit, even though he's been social distancing since he was 4. And yeah, just a solid episode. And the ending was great. With Little Sebastian, that song, they added a little bit to it, which I really appreciate, because yeah, just hadn't heard that song before. And I actually have a lighter that I wanted to go get, but yeah, I'm not wearing any pants right now. I didn't want to get up without wearing pants to get it and then come back. So I just used my phone. Oh, it's still on. Ugh, okay, my battery's running out. Okay, there we go. And yeah, the song was really sweet. I don't know what it is about that song. I never felt that connected to the horse, Tiny Pony, Little Horse. But yeah, Ben Wyatt, he went back to pretending that he cared about it at some point, and then now he's back to being like, this is not that he doesn't care about the horse. But yeah, something about the song just lifts people's spirits up. It played at the Unity concert. Just so many good memories about this show, and yeah, I really appreciated that song at the end. Hopefully you guys felt the same way. But yeah, again, the only thing I felt was really missing was Chris saying literally at some point in the episode. This is literally the best song of all time. But yeah, again, last reminder, take care of your loved ones, check in on everybody. I think the show did a great job at getting that message across, and I'm sure a lot of people have been donating because of this episode. I kind of wish we had them back more often, but that it would just be logistically too hard, I think, to do it every week at the very least. But yeah, hopefully you guys are doing fine. Hopefully you guys stay safe, and thanks for watching. Donate again if you can. I'll include a link in the description below. But thanks for watching. If you want to watch the full reaction, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below also. And yeah, leave a like, really helps with the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, friends.